Welcome back to my kitchen. Today is birthday cake time, and whose birthday is it, might you ask? Nobody's. Y'all, this is just another fun cake that I want to do. I love all of the little sprinkles in the cake. It just screams fun. The kids love it. I see it all the time, so I just thought, you know what, we're gonna make one today. So that's what we're doing. I'm using my 3 cups of Swansdown cake flour. To that, I've added 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Swansdown comes pre-sifted for you already in the box. So when you grab it off the shelf at the grocery store, it's already pre-sifted. But once I add that baking powder, I like to sift it just one more time. So here I have my 3 cups of the cake flour plus 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. We have 3 cups of sugar. I have 1 cup of my coffee creamer. You guys, I'm on this Twinkies International Delight. That just seems like fun, especially in this birthday cake. You do not have to use coffee creamer. You can use regular milk. You can use 8 ounces of cream cheese if you like. Just make sure it is also room temperature. It's whatever you like. Here I have 3 sticks of unsalted butter. It too is room temperature. Today I have 6 eggs that they've already been cracked. You guys, I've said this before, Walmart's eggs and Sam's eggs are not created equal. I feel like, it's just my opinion, I think Walmart's eggs are smaller than Sam's. So that's why I'm using 6. But you can use 5. If you actually have large eggs that you think are large enough, you can use 5 large eggs. But again, here I have 6 large eggs. At least that's what they're supposed to be, honey. They are room temperature, and I've already cracked them. I have 1/2 teaspoon, I'm telling a story, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I'm going to be adding that in the beginning when I add my 3 sticks of butter. Now, of course, I have to have, y'all look at my sprinkle mix. This is 10.5 ounces. Look at all of those pretty colors. Oh, I just feel like a big kid. So, I'm gonna use at least a cup of these in the cake, I feel for sure. And then I'm going to use about 1/2 teaspoon of my cream bouquet. And because it's a birthday cake, it's fun, I'm going to use my cotton candy oil. You don't have to have this. You don't have to use it. You can use vanilla flavoring, lemon flavoring, extract, whatever you have in your cupboards. You can use that, okay? So it doesn't have to be this cotton candy oil. Usually when I get, not usually, all the time when I get my lower end oils, I do get them locally. So I have a cake supplier here that I go to, Kitchen Cake Magic. You guys oftentimes ask me if she has a website. Can you order online? Unfortunately, you cannot. So, but that's where I get my cake supplies from when I'm doing all of my oils. What I'm doing now, I'm just adding my 3 sticks of unsalted softened butter to my mixing bowl. Of course, I've already thoroughly washed my hands. Y'all don't be in the kitchen doing nothing. Y'all see that head? Nothing with nasty hands. Cause y'all, that's just nasty. Wash your hands, okay? When you're going in the kitchen, not just to cook, going in the refrigerator. Y'all wash your hands, okay? Come on, y'all. All right? Okay. So my 3 sticks of unsalted butter is going in. And then to that, I'm going to go on and add, I have my 1/4, I don't know why I keep telling y'all stories and trying to say a half. I have my 1/4 teaspoon of salt that I'm adding. My extracts, or this is just my cream bouquet is an artificial flavor. Some people don't like using artificial flavoring. Y'all real cake makers and bakers out there, honey. Some of y'all don't, but I don't mind. So this is my cream bouquet. Use about a 1/2 teaspoon of it. To me, it tastes like bakery in a bottle, or maybe a teaspoon. Bakery in a bottle. That's the only way I know how to describe it. It smells wonderful. Oh, it smells so good. And then again, this is my cotton candy oil. And y'all, I'm not even using my dropper today. Ooh, that smells so fun. Okay, I just poured. I probably used about 1/2 the bottle. All right, now I'm going to start off by creaming or just mixing up this butter for just a few minutes by itself. Okay, and then once I start mixing this butter, I'm going to mix it maybe for about a minute just to kind of get it mixed up. Yeah, just to kind of get it mixed up. Y'all, I really just lost my train of thought. Okay, but I'm going to mix it a few minutes by itself. Then I'm going to slowly start adding my 3 cups of sugar. All right. Now once I get all of the sugar added, that's when I set me a timer and I cream my butter and sugar for about 12 minutes. I will stop at least 2 times and scrape down the sides of the bowl, because what you'll notice is that a lot of the butter and sugar will start accumulating on the side of your bowl, which means if it's up here on the side of your bowl, it's not getting properly creamed. So I'm going to stop, scrape down my bowl. Now you can't rush this process. I set me a timer and I walk away and I start doing something else, because if you rush this process, you're going to mess up your cake. I told y'all stuff costs too much today to be being wasteful. Okay, go do something else. You want it to be light and fluffy. You don't want to hear those sugar crystals mixing around in the bottom of your bowl. It shouldn't be gritty. So at least 10 to 12 minutes, you need to cream this butter and sugar, and I cream on high. So this mixture I usually have in between about 8 and 9. It just depends on how I'm feeling for the day. So it's always on 8, but sometimes I turn it up just a tad bit more. Again, based on how I'm feeling for whatever reason. So we're going to cream this, and then once we get it creamed, I'm going to stop and I'm going to come back. I'm going to show you exactly what light and fluffy should look like, just in case I'm not mentioning it. My oven is preheating to 325 degrees, so by the time we get through mixing this cake, the oven should be ready for us to bake. It has been 12 minutes. You guys, this is what you should look like this is what it should look like when I'm saying light and fluffy, okay? Light and fluffy. And then you'll notice that that butter and sugar, it's caused, it's kind of lightened up, okay? When you first start mixing, it's a lot more yellow looking. And then the more you mix and cream, it kind of gets that that pale look to it, and it's not as yellow as it was. Okay, again, you guys, y'all can't rush this process. I wish I had thought. I'm gonna try to remember, don't hold me to it, hopefully the next time I bake a cake, I'm gonna try to remember to stop after I've creamed maybe about 5 or 6 minutes, so you could see the difference. I know some people say that they cream just a few minutes, but that's never worked for me. But hopefully I'll remember the next time. Like I said, y'all, I may or may not. But I thought about it as I was well into my creaming. I said, dog, I should have stopped about halfway through, because this part of mixing up a cake is so important. If you don't do this right, have you ever had a cake where it looks kind of gummy on the inside or undone? That can come from not creaming your butter and sugar enough. And then it can also come from over mixing once you start doing your flour and your milk. You guys, there is a science to baking. Although I don't understand it, y'all, I just do what I do. And that's real talk. You know, I don't know all the science behind baking, but there is a science behind baking. And once I find something that pretty much works, and that's what I stick to. Okay, and this is what's worked for me. So if you don't want to cream that long or feel like it's unnecessary, then whatever you like. Okay, so now I'm going to start adding my eggs. I'm going to add them one at a time. I'll only mix my eggs just for a few seconds, long enough for that yolk to kind of disappear. Now, it doesn't have to be totally gone. And once I add that egg in, it may take about 8 to 10 seconds before I'm adding the next egg, okay? And then once the eggs are added, then you'll see me turn my mixer down. I'm going to turn it down. This one I turn on about 1.5 to max. Then I'm going to start with my wet and my dry ingredients. You always want to start with your flour, and you want to end with your flour. I'm going to alternate with my creamer. So add some flour, then I'm going to add my creamer, and I'm going to alternate ending with my flour. Now, I'm not going to mix. Once I get that last little bit of flour in, I'm not going to mix much longer because I have to add all of my sprinkles. So I'm gonna mix those in by hand. So since I'm gonna have to continue to mix by hand, once I get that last little bit of flour in, I'm not gonna mix for just a few more seconds and then finish up by hand, because again, I do not want to over mix. When you're adding this flour, once you add it, you're mixing just a few seconds. You're not trying to get all of the lumps out of the batter and make sure it's silky smooth before you add some more flour. That's not what we're trying to do. That will mess up your cake, okay? So this part doesn't take nearly as long as the creaming of the butter and the sugar. All right, this will really take me maybe a couple of minutes, as in 1-2. Literally just a couple of minutes is how long it takes me to mix once I get to this part. All right, so I'm gonna add my eggs, and then I'll start alternating the flour with the milk. And then it's going to be time for the fun part of us adding those sprinkles. Okay, like I said, I did not mix long at all once I added that last little bit of flour. So what I'm gonna do now is add my sprinkles. And you guys, because this is such a fun cake, I also want to add even more color in the batter. Totally not necessary. Totally not. I just want to do the most today. Okay? So we're adding our sprinkles. And then I'm just going to mix them in. Isn't that pretty? And I feel like I need more. Okay. I have thoroughly sprayed my cake pan with Baker's Joy. And like I said, I want to add some color to the batter. And I didn't show you guys. I have all of my colors here that I want to use in my glaze. It's like every color that was in here I want to use in my glaze. Just fun, you guys. Okay? So let's start adding some batter and then we'll add some more color. Now we're adding just a little bit of batter. Or maybe a little more than a little bit. And then I just want to add some color. My batter all on my arm. Okay. So I'm just going to drop some color in different places. And I want you guys to see what I'm doing so you'll know at the end what I've done. Okay? So what I did was just pretty much the same thing. Just squeezed a blob of, turn this so you can see it, a blob of color. The gel food coloring, and then I'm just kind of stirring it in. Okay. Miss Donna, you ain't got nothing better to do than play in cake batter. Okay, I'm not gonna hit it. I'm not. Normally I would tap it under the bottom to release the air bubbles, but I'm not. We're gonna leave it be. And we're going in 325 degrees. I'm gonna set my timer for 1 hour and 15 minutes. And I'm sure I'll be able to smell it. I'll probably start smelling it at about 1 hour and 10. If I need more time, I'll add it. If not, then we'll take it out. I need to clean up all my mess. I have all this color over here. And we get ready to play with all this color again with this glaze. While the cake is baking, just put it in I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to make a glaze. Have to be very careful because the cake is in. You can't be doing all that bumping and carrying on and hitting the stove, okay? All right, I'm going to do a cream cheese glaze because I wanted to have a little more substance and flavor, okay? Unlike most times, I'm going to do a thin glaze today because you have more control when you have a thin glaze, in my opinion. Okay, I have some cream cheese. We're going to go on and use what's in here. So this may be about 2 ounces. I don't normally measure. So, stop making a mess. About 1.5 to 2 ounces. And I like to put the cream cheese in first so I can kind of get it a little smushed up, if you will. Okay. Then I'm going to add my glaze, my powdered sugar. If I were to try to give you guys measurements, I'd say, you know, if you use about 2 cups of powdered sugar, then use about 2 tablespoons of milk. I'm going to make a little more today because we're going to be doing all these colors. But if you have 2 cups of powdered sugar, you want to add your liquid just a little bit at a time. Now this is more than 2 cups because I'm making more. But if I were to try to give you guys like a normal recipe for some glaze, about 2 cups of powdered sugar, and then start with just 2 tablespoons at a time of your milk or whatever liquid you're using. Okay, I like to get mine kind of thick in the beginning because it helps to get it smooth. So just start with 2 cups of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of milk, because if you get it too thin in the beginning, one, it's going to be harder to get it smooth. And then 2, you're going to have to add more powdered sugar, and oftentimes you end up with more glaze than what you need, okay? So 2 cups of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of milk, and then if that's too thick, you continue to add just a little bit of milk at a time. If it's too thick, add just a little bit of milk at a time. If you find that it's made it too thin, then you go on and add you a little bit more powdered sugar. Okay, and then you just do that and stir until you get it to your desired consistency. And just that quick, y'all, we have a glaze, and it's cream cheese, just some milk, and powdered sugar. Okay. Now I'll end up making this even a little bit thinner, like I said, because I want to have a little bit more control. When I add the glaze, I just kind of want to be able to not splatter it, but I don't want it thick today, you know. I want it like this. Y'all know what that means? I want it like this. Okay, girl, stop throwing milk. Okay, so that's made it a little bit thinner. And again, we have glaze. I never use a mixer. I always use I do it by hand. And I say you whip. It's a good arm workout. Great arm workout. Okay, we're gonna leave that here. Let the cake continue to bake. In the meantime, in between time, I need to clean up my mess. All right, we've been baking about an hour and 15 minutes. Woo. God, that's hot. Let's see. Have a little bit of a drop right there. You see right there where some color was? But I think we're going to be okay. Just a little bit. Probably should have mixed that color in a little bit more. But like I said, I think we'll be fine. But we're going to let it cool for about 10 minutes before we flip. That's gonna be crusty though. That part's gonna be good. Yep, just a little bit. Let me let y'all see this since y'all be seeing my cakes be coming out perfect. You see where it's separated just a little bit right there and a little bit right there? But like I say, I think we're gonna be fine, okay? We'll see when we flip. Oh, and I meant to tell you guys, I realized after I did the glaze that I forgot to add my cream bouquet. So I did add just a little bit of my cream bouquet and mixed it in my glaze. And now what I'm going to do, you guys, I have all of these cups. I'm just going to go on and separate the color out, the glaze out, and mix up all my different colors. So I'm just going to add a little drop of color and then just mix up each cup. So I'll have my colors ready and be ready to glaze in 10 minutes. And we are flipping. That thump was a little delayed. A little delayed. Get all my colors out of the way. So we stuck a little bit. That's why that thump was a little delayed. Oh, that is so pretty, y'all. Look at that. Look at the sprinkles. Oh, pretty, pretty. Okay, so we're gonna cool. I've done all my little colors over here. We're gonna cool for a while and then we'll be ready to glaze. It has been probably a couple of hours later and I'm ready to glaze. I want my base to be, yeah, I'm just loving these colors. They are so pretty. Anywho, I want my base to be, I'm going to start with the white. And then, y'all, as I add color, I don't know. Let's just see what we come up with, you guys. Well, you guys, here's the birthday cake, and once again, the glaze did its own thing. Oh, and I also realized I didn't like the red. I'm glad I got most of it covered up because it looked like ketchup. So, happy birthday. If it's your birthday, then I guess this cake is for you. Happy birthday. Well, you guys, we have already cut the cake because the kids, or shall I say, aka the young adults, are here. So we went on and cut the cake. Y'all, we're not going to be able to call this some birthday cake.
Who cut the cake?
I did, because the young adults wanted. I think we're going to have to call this tie-dye or something. Here.
We'll call it.
We're going to have to call this tie-dye. Because I did the most, adding the other colors. Look, it is time. Adding the other colors, and
This is tie-dye.
yeah,
I think this is really tie-dye.
that's what we're gonna have to call this one, you guys. Tie-dye.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry as a hostage.
You go. I'm about being somebody hot. Look, y'all.
Girl, look. Hostage.
It is so pretty though. That looks like tie-dye.
Let me taste it.
So I'm gonna have to do birthday cake again. And this time, like, Miss Donna, just do the sprinkles and stop, okay? Okay, y'all, I'm gonna stop.
Dang good.
I'm gonna stop.
Got the two breeding monsters here with us.
I ain't had
It was
none.
good, what?
You need to eat some.
I didn't have any of
It
those.
was real good.
It was
I'm
real
proud of
good.
myself.
From
So
later.
next time,
Look, it just looks good. It makes me smile.
I know you said it makes you happy.
It makes me
What?
He said it made him happy
The colors. The
because
colors.
all the colors in it.
Man, what is wrong with you, man? If you don't get out of here, make you happy. Don't make him happy. What's wrong with this generation?
Because of all the colors, I understand what he's saying. Look at all the pretty colors. Leave him alone. I understood exactly what he meant. So you guys, I'm gonna have to
He said it
do.
make him happy.
Yeah, that's what he said and did. So what I'm gonna have to do is do the birthday cake again and just do
It makes me hungry.
the sprinkles, okay? So we're gonna call this one what? Tie-dye? Is that what we're gonna call this one? Tie-dye or something? Anyway, slide over. I'm gonna have to figure out what to name it. Baby, move to the right. Cause this look. Anywho, yeah. It's good though. It tastes really good. It's a good bake. It's good.
I ain't tasted it yet.
It is good, but you can't see nothing now.
What am I looking
Sprinkle.
I said a sprinkle.
No, you can't. You see all this color. I added to the top doing the most.
A sprinkle's
Okay.
on the side?
No, it's just the colors that's ran down. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do.
That really looks tie-dye.
Yeah, okay. So this one's gonna be tie-dye, and then I'm gonna do the birthday cake, and I'm just gonna use. You bit your lip. Oh, bless your heart. I'm gonna do the birthday cake for real and just use the sprinkles or the confetti. Okay, so this one it's good though, and it's so fun. Okay, y'all. So that's gonna be tie-dye. Yeah.
That big handshake made him feel happy.
Just because it was colorful. It's colorful.
That deserves to be in the museum.
A museum.
Man, you just look.
Okay.
No, like,
Y'all get these kids.
no, like.
It's okay. Stop while you're ahead.
Alright, bitch.
Okay. Anywho,
I'm hungry.
so we hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up.
Hit the nosy!
Stand by for the real birthday cake.
The tie-dye cake is just as good.
It is. It tastes good, but I wanted to have that confetti look. That doesn't look like the birthday cake to me because I did the most. So next time I'm just gonna do straight.
You're doing more than everybody else.
Yeah. Next time I'm just, y'all was probably saying, Miss Donna, quit doing it. Next time I'm just gonna do straight sprinkle mix. Cause you guys saw how pretty it looked on the outside. So I would imagine the inside would have looked like that too. Had I not did the most with all that, like I was coloring in the coloring book. But anywho, okay. Tie-dye. Stay tuned for the real birthday cake, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've not subscribed, please consider doing so. Hit that notification bell, and when you do, it shakes, and that's that shake something. Shake something. Shake something. That way you'll be notified whenever we doing whatever. I'm over here doing the most in the kitchen with the cakes. He doing whatever it is he doing.
I make a chicken cake. Why not? Just put
Thank you guys so much for watching. We already
Just put
look
a
forward
chicken
to
breast
you
between the buns.
joining
Go.
us
That's a cake to
again
me.
next time.
Bye!
Bye.